Hey guys, Brother Bread here. Just going through the Old Testament and just sharing all my thoughts or things that really touched my heart or just really encouraged me or made me say, wow, holy moly, that's crazy. Just sharing it here, just sharing my thoughts, just as I'm reading through the Old Testament for the first time. And it's so beautiful and I love it. And so this time I'm going to be reading from 1 Samuel chapter 6. The last video was 1 Samuel chapter 3. I'm actually in a chapter that's way after chapter 6, but I'm just making sure I'm getting all my thoughts and things that I really loved out. And this time in chapter 6, it's the holiness of God, Creator God, right? And so the Philistines, they steal the Ark of the Covenant, where the presence of the Lord was, where God stayed in. And if we remember, so anybody who would look at God or who was to see God, they would die because of sin, because we are a sinful people, our flesh. And so that was how things were in this time. And we see this happen. So first, something with my mustache was bothering me. So when the Philistines steal the ark, people start getting tumors. And again, I'm reading in Spanish, so I'm kind of translating it directly. I don't know if it maybe says something different in the English translations, but it says they get tumors. The enemies that stole the ark, those who were around it. And so the Philistines, they started passing it to different towns within the enemy. So whoa, the Philistines, the first original people who had it, which were the Philistines, are yo, we need to get rid of this. So they give it to their friends or something. I can't remember the relationship between the different people that they ended up passing it to. But every time they passed it along, they would start getting tumors. Their people would start getting sick. I can't remember if it specifically mentions that they were dying, but horrid things were happening. And so eventually, we need to give this back to Israel because it's not good and our people are suffering and we're dying or we're getting wrecked because of it and we will die. And so they end up giving it back. And so what happens is so crazy, and it's just the holiness of God. And I'm in almost the last verse of chapter 7, and it says, chapter 19. It says, so therefore God had made the men of Bet Semes, so of this town, I'm reading it in Spanish, it could be different in English. He had put them to death because they had seen inside of the ark of Jehovah. He put to death the people, 50,070 men. And the people cried, because Jehovah had hurt them with a big, and I don't know how to translate this word, just a big kind of massacre, basically. And so again, it says, so God put to death the men of this town. So the people of Israel, people that were part of Israel, I'm pretty sure, because the Philistines had returned the ark to this town, or it could be the media, the medium man, the person in between, but I'm pretty sure these are Israelites. But the point is, he had put to death 50,070 men because they had seen inside the Ark of the Covenant. And I love this response. Let's read this. It says, and the people of this town, they said, who can stand before Jehovah, the holy God? and that's the part that I really like. It says another part in the verse, but it says, who can stand before Jehovah, the holy God? Or who can be before Jehovah, the holy God? And this is all of the town, all of the people crying out, speaking out and saying that as after that 50,070 of them had been put to death because they had seen just inside the ark. And so it's beautiful and it's so crazy because now he dwells in us, and we in him. We have been brought into the Trinity. We have been made one with God. And like Hebrews tells us, it says, we now have access into the most holy place, which is like the inside of the ark, the most holy spot or place in the Ark of the Covenant, in like the tabernacle. And so it's just a mind-blowing thought, and God is truly holy, and that no one can go to him but through Jesus Christ. I don't know, it blew my mind. And so God bless you guys. I hope that just encourages you, or really makes you say, wow, God is holy and we are not, and we need him, and we need the blood of his Son in order to enter the most holy place. God bless you guys, and we'll see you later.